What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? We are finally coming to an end of a run of golfs that we've been doing recently. We kicked it all off with Paul's black Mk7.5 GTI. We then went on to Ant's Mk8 Golf R, and we're rounding it all out with Dan's 7.5 GTI. Absolutely beautiful bit of kit. Let's get around it. Let's talk about what we've done, areas of concern, and yeah, coating options for this one. So I've said it before, boys and girls, light coloured cars, get them clean, get them coated, and that's where it's at. We did quite an extensive amount of polishing on the two previous Golfs that we did, the GTI, the Mk7.5, the black one, and the Mk8 black one. We did a two-stage machine polish on those. They needed considerably more polishing to get them up to scratch. This one, silver, light coloured cars, they don't show the defects nearly as much. Yeah, it requires much less polishing to get them looking absolutely sensational. So that's exactly what we did with this one. Single stage machine polish. There were a couple of areas of concern from the customer, mainly touch-ups. We did a couple of touch-ups, which thankfully you can't really see. There was one there. There was one, I mean, if I'm struggling to see it under these lights, there was one there. Rear door on the passenger side, there was one. So little things like this, guys. A couple of little touch-ups where we needed to flatten them down and polish them. Second area of concern with the customer were the brake calipers. So the customer is a proper car enthusiast, number of vehicles. He has a couple of different cars. He likes to modify them. So this is sitting slightly lower on a set of I-batch springs. Nice set of wheels on it, but the calipers were absolutely rotten. Looked like the calipers had never been cleaned before, fronts and the rears. I will insert a quick clip of some photos of the rears for you now, but you can see the difference before and after on how they've come up there. It was just a case of gruelingly get the acid on it, guys. A lot of people are scared of using acid wheel cleaners. We use them on most vehicles that come into us. It's not something I would recommend you use every single wash. However, for a deep clean purpose, for what we're doing with the wheels off, acid, a couple of good hits of acid, a little bit of polishing, believe it or not, on the front ones and that rear one to get them up to scratch. So that's where they were the main areas of concern on this one. Let's get on to coating options. So as I say previously, guys, single stage machine polish to get it looking as good as it does. It's the bane of my life is trying to capture the difference on camera, guys. It went from browny silver to crisp, sharp, clear silver, as you can see now. Doesn't matter how often I try, the camera just doesn't pick it up. I'll try and insert a clip for you now as well so you can see the difference, but it's very hard to see on the camera, very noticeable to the naked eye. So single stage machine polish, obviously massive removal of defects. There were a couple of scratches in this area up in the top corner. Again, I'll insert that in where we flat and polish those. We take some paint thickness readings first. We were reading about 140 microns of paint, which is absolutely beautiful. We started off with a bit of 2000, build it up to 3000, and as you'll see in the clips that I put in, really, really good results with those. As I say, single stage machine polish over the rest of the vehicle, and then crystal serum light. So that's G-Technic's 5-year guaranteed ceramic coating. Obviously, all the paintwork gets protected with that. Comes with a robust guarantee system to back it up as well. The customer, as I say, is an enthusiast. He's already applied C5 wheel armour to his wheels, so we didn't need to go there. We've polished and coated all the glass, G1 Clear Vision Smart Glass on there, and a full interior deep clean. If you would like to get in this side, I will get round the other side and talk you through it. So as I've mentioned previously, guys, with all of our multi-day packages, they come with a interior deep clean. It wasn't bad. Dan knows what he's doing with his cars. Steam the front seats. Obviously, you will have seen already a reel of us heavily working the carpets, things like that. Good scrub of the steering wheel, get all that cleaned up. And as you can see, guys, it looks factory fresh in here. Absolutely spot on. So we've done these 3 Golfs that I keep saying about, 3 very different cars. So Paul's 7.5 that we did first, same car as this, manual gearbox. Purists want a manual. I don't like manuals anymore. We had, obviously, Ant's Mk8 Golf R, completely different platform, similar sort of engine, but 4-wheel drive, DSG, and Dan's GTI is DSG as well. So, yeah, very, very different cars. I like light-coloured cars. This one's my favourite. However, guys, as you've seen now already, it was a really, really nice couple of days spent on this one. Really nice to get around it. Massive transformation, and I'm very much looking forward to Dan picking it up in a couple of hours, and he can give it a good look over, and hopefully he'll be very happy, guys. So there's another one in the books. Yeah, let's have a look at the finished product. So as you can see, guys, as I mentioned previously, the brake calipers on this one are heavily contaminated, and there we go. Plenty of acid used, a little bit of polish to get them up to scratch. Couple of little scratches on the bonnet. They don't look too bad in the video if you can catch them in the light there. Quite deep. Feel them with your fingernail. And there we have it. Bit of 2000 paper. Back over the top with some 3000. A good polish back up. And they are absolutely gone. Very, very happy with how those came out. And then, as I mentioned in the final clip now, it is very, very, very difficult to capture the difference in colour from the finished panels before and after, but I think it highlights there the unpolished side on the right and the polished side on the left. Clarity, depth of colour, gloss, looks absolutely fantastic. Replicate that over the entire vehicle.